Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connect with our other network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. And then to close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, today before we start our practice session, we're going to talk about one of the major part of practice in our life. So actually listening to this kind of talks and this kind of sessions will help you to understand this very clearly. And our purpose is giving you a very clear details to map yourself, your spiritual path. So that's why when you listen more and more information, it's important for you. It is very easy for yourself to develop that mapping system, because once you have the right map, they always your practice going to become more clear, because that's how I learn. So that's what I share. So I hope this information will help for you to understand how this practice interconnected to our deeper inner development. So when it comes to our life, that life itself has a nature to grow, become more better. When we come to the mother's womb, after 9.5 months or 10 months, very rarely, some children, some babies, they are going to be 11 months, 12 months like that. But somehow, once we grow enough to maintain ourselves, these all inner organs start to become ready to take care itself. What happens? We slowly start to detach from the mother's womb. So that is the very baby step that you take to go towards your spiritual liberation. So this is the one way you start your journey to renunciate yourself. Once you detach you from your mother's umbilical cord, it's kind of like a biologically you renunciate. So when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, remember, this renunciation is one of the major important practice you have to do. So what is renunciation means? So the renunciation means that you are with the purpose to go towards the higher, you give up, let go. And that letting go doesn't have any intention to get something back. Without any expectations, you let go that your inner desires. It's kind of like you are ready to improve yourself. When you want to improve yourself, you sacrifice, you give up. Sometimes in the worldly conditions, those are very, very important. The example, like when you study, when your exams closer, you don't sleep that much. You give up your sleep. Maybe somebody asks for you to go for a vacation. You give up that. So that all related to your growth. So like that, when it comes to this renunciation, one of the major key important practice that you have to master. Look at the Prince Siddhartha, had a very luxurious life, but he renounced himself. This everything that he he's the one who planning to become the king. His father, everything prepared for him. And he was a husband, and he was a father, and he was a warrior, and he was enjoying everything. But he gave up that all. He sacrificed that everything. Look for his own inner growth, development. So why this sacrifice is related to development? So when it comes to our development, there is something holding us. It's like a package. So it's like a kind of like not a one thing. There are few things together hold us to that is what make us grounded. It's not allow you to move properly. But it look like you are moving, but it never give you the freedom. It never give you the opportunities. It always hold you. So those are called 10 fetters. So these fetters are work all together. That's called the Sanyojana. This all within ourselves, this all related to our inner behavior. And it's like a kind of like those are these 10 fetters are the qualities that make you a person to be in the samsara, or person, or any as any in any form of living being. So there is example for this. In the ancient time, for prisoners, they put a chain to their legs, ankles, with the heavy iron ball. So it is so heavy, and because of that, the prisoner cannot move properly. And sometimes it like slaves. Some movies you may have seen in the kind of like historical movies, people, the countries, they used to have slaves and they used to get the labor. So they are like prisoners. They are not completely kind of like put into a cage. No, they can walk, they can do certain things, but they are not completely free. They cannot take conscious decision, and they cannot go their own way. They always belong to somebody. So that is the nature of the fetters. So these fetters make you belong to this world, samsara. It's like an iron ball hold your leg by the chain. But most of time we don't see it. Most of time we think, we see it's kind of like we don't have it right. And it's kind of like a very invisible tool that hold us to this world. So that is what not allow you to grow, to become more better person. These 10 petals are the tools that not allow you to go into your next version. That is these 10 petals are the tools that not allow you to get into your the biological success, even though you become free from your mother. It not allow you to develop as a person, and it not allow you to gain your spiritual growth. It not allow you to gain your human growth, like as becoming matured. These 10 fetters. So once you practice renunciation, what happens? As a result of practicing renunciation, slowly you are capable to weaken, reduce the power of these 10 fetters. So when you practice renunciation, remember the very first that you have to do when you throw out things, when you give up things, the very first thing we need to do, we have to let go all the trash, all the unnecessary things, all the invalid things. You don't need to give up first. Remember this very carefully, because otherwise the teachings itself become a hindrance to yourself. Your practice itself become a hindrance to yourself. Without proper understanding, without proper clarity, without right map, if you try to give up the valuable things, you may get disappointed by the time. So you have to go this step by step. So when you practice renunciation, first start to give up, let go invaluable things, trash. It's very easy. You don't need to struggle that much to give up the trash. And anything, look that sometimes, some people come and try to collect the trash. There are a lot of places. So in this material world, so this all the trash within ourselves in certain ways hold us. So today we are going to look into that and see how step by step we can get out these things. So first, let's go to what are those 10 fetters. So Sakkaya Ditti, Vichikicha, Silabbata Paramasa, Kamaraga, Patika, Ruparaga, Aruparaga, Mana, Uddacha, Avijja. So in English, it translates like this. So Sakkaya Ditti, it translates as self-identity, self-view. So remember, this all information are like the iron ball tied to your leg. It make you very limited. So self-centered view, me, my, I am. This kind of like from it's look like so comfortable for us. But remember, when you want to grow, if you want to become a better person, or if you want to reach to transform yourself to your next version, just imagine you are like the butterfly inside the cocoon. So now you want to come out. So rather than inside the cocoon, maybe you feel comfortable, but now you in the beginning, you don't have any idea about flying. But once you get out of this self-centered view, I am, me, my, mine. So what happens? You are capable to free your mind from this very limited life. And some people understand it the wrong way. It's kind of like some people name this everything as I am, not just the body. Everything is not you. The self-centered or the self-identity or the self-identity view means that whatever related to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, consciousness, and whatever you perceive, that whatever you happening inside you, don't claim this everything as you in the outside world, because there are some teachings. It's everything as me. So that is so dangerous. But here, that's why we have to let go the outside world. Just take this body, take this head to toes body as you. Start from that. The other everything it's kind of like a trash. You can let go it, and then you can take care of this head to toes, and you can work with this. Just imagine if you think the entire universe as you, it is very dangerous. Everything I am, it is very dangerous. So that's why get into the right understanding and get out of the unnecessary self-identity view. Still we have a self-identity, but it is not that much bigger. You are not everything. You are just this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition. Be very limited to that. Focus to that. Then you can get more good result. So even you are in a family, remember yourself. Your husband, your wife is not you. Your children are not you. Your house is not you. So get out of that. We cannot tell here those are like trash. No. We respect each other. But just imagine if you believe this entire universe as I am, remember you have a lot of trash. Lot of trash. So that's why the very first thing to understand correctly what is self-identity view or self-centered view. It's about all your form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition. You labeling, this is me, this is my, this is I am. And the second one, Vichikicha, its name as spiritual doubt, skeptical doubt. So as you know, all the time in the world, this spirituality is something that make people crazy. Everybody like this spirituality. You know, when it comes to spiritual subject, a lot of people go crazy and they become crazy. And a lot of people who ever practice or do things with the crazy mind, they go more crazy. So that's why you have to be very careful. When it comes to your mental practice, you have to know the background of the teaching, dharma. You have to know from where it comes, and then you have to know who practiced that, from where that teachings come. Is there anybody got the benefit out of this? Look around. First, use your common sense. Don't just believe or follow dogmas. When somebody say, do this, so it's going to happen that way, first look that person, how that person. So that's why always look into any teachings and see if there is any greed, hatred, or the delusion increase with that teachings. And then it always make your journey miserable. So that's why that skeptical doubt or spiritual doubt regarding that what you practice. You have to have the right view. So you have to have the right understanding. Otherwise, that's so when it comes to yourself, remember, the most of the spiritual practice become this iron ball tied to your leg, and it's kind of like a make you kind of like a prisoner. It not allow you to move properly. That is one of the strong fetters that hold us to us and not allow us to grow. So that's why when the doubt is there, especially with that whatever the things that you practice, when it is not become very clear, you cannot get the good result. So that's why before you practice, look into that and see what is that practice. Is it going to give you the necessary teachings for you to, clear teachings for you to, without any secret? Is it giving you the right information? And then by the practice, little by little, see yourself, is it allow you to grow rather than make you a follower, rather than make you a believer? Is it allow you to make you free from the practice? So that is the one of the good quality in the Buddha's teaching. When you practice the Buddha's teaching, what happens? It make you free from the teachings. So if you can find some other teachings like that, very good for you. Good luck. So try to find something like that. Rather than becoming a follower, becoming a believer, find some teachings allow you to become free from it. Show the way, show the path for you to find your true freedom. And the next one is Silabbata Paramasa. It's a kind of like an attachment to rituals and vows, rites. So as you know, during Buddha's time, people used to practice many religious activities. And when it comes to the rituals, we are very easily get attached to things. And we have no idea how it works. People sometimes like, energy, miracles, so healing, these kind of things, everybody like it. So, but sometimes remember, see that whatever the rituals you practice, is it lead you towards the wisdom? Is it take you towards the growth? Is it take you towards the nibbana? Because sometimes here, the attachment to rituals and vows or rites means those are not provide the necessary foundation for our inner development, like clarity or samadhi, tranquility state, or it never facilitate the nibbana or the liberation or the freedom. So that's why we do a lot of things and it never take us to our destiny. It never allow you to renunciate things. It always allow you to hold things, grasp things, clinging to things. So then whatever you practice, if it is take you towards clinging, then how are you going to find the freedom through the clinging? So question yourself. So that's why that attachment or our own in a spiritual practice, sometimes rituals. So spiritual doubt and spiritual rituals can become a iron ball tied to our legs that make us limited with moving. So the fourth one is kamaraga. So that means sensual lust or sensual desires. With eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and always with the self-centered idea, I am, again and again, we go repeating to fulfill our inner desire, looking for happiness and satisfaction. So that's why gaining, holding, grasping, clinging, anchoring to things. Remember, there is no way that you can find the freedom, or there is no way that you can find the peace. So that's why in the beginning you cannot get out of the soul, but at least try. Don't just go behind everything. In the beginning, as an ordinary person, how you can practice to get out of the sensual desires or sensual lust. Remember, be a quality person. Don't go behind everything. Don't keep listening to all the music. Don't go and keep watching that whatever on social media, whatever on YouTube, whatever TikTok. Don't go into like that. Don't follow everything. Don't keep eating everything. So start to build up self-discipline and see yourself. Then when you hear something, you can hear there are a lot of music. It allows you to grow, become more better person in conventional world. So first start to go and be with it. There are a lot of movies, dramas, documentaries to help us to understand the world and become more better people. So then first try to go into that. So be a quality person. There are a lot of food. Help us to become healthy. And then don't eat all the time. And be very limited yourself. Have a self-discipline. So that way, you have these sensual desires, but now you get out of the trash. You renunciate certain things. The next one is the patiga, repulsion, or ill will, or hatred. So that also a reason to hold us and make us a very limited person. So when it comes to repulsion or ill will or the hatred, it's kind of like that it's invisible. When we hate for things sometimes, for the hate, for the ill will, even though we don't, in the society there is a more higher value. As nations, we hate each other. As people, we hate each other. As countries, we hate each other. As neighbors, we hate each other. In between spiritual practitioners, we hate each other. This all related to the same circle. So that's why repulsion it's a very deep. Sometimes we can't see it. It's look like a very nice, quiet. Look at, can you believe when it comes to the human history? Most of the wars happen because of the religions. And still in the world, in this 2025, with this all the social medias, and one of the algorithm they set up, all these social medias. Behind this, one of the thing is, one is fear, one is lust, and other one is hatred. So whatever you create related to increase the hatred with the hatred, it go viral. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to invest for that. Because that is the algorithm they build. So what does that mean? In the world today, with this all the machines, technology, and very latest technology, and it's kind of like we are having a war inside this internet. And after this ChatGPT, and then there was that new thing came that recently, that DeepSeek. So DeepSeek, and then what happened after that? It's everywhere. It increased the fear. It increased the kind of like a hatred. That now everybody go behind DeepSeek. There are a lot of people angry for that. And the fear rise everywhere. They're marketing fear, they're selling fear, and people are buying fear. So behind that all, what we dealing with? Repulsion, ill will, hatred. All the big hotels hate Airbnb, and all the taxi companies hate the Uber. And that is how we live in the world. Look, that hatred is a kind of like something fundamentally hold us to this ground. And some people facilitate it. But remember yourself, if you look for your development, your growth, never be a part of that current. So in that way, you can find your path and move forward, and you can grow yourself. And then the next one is Rupa Raga. So the Rupa Raga means lust for form, existence. That means you have desire to come back to this material world, form, existence. And you don't into the value of this moment. So you always thinking about something beyond this moment. And with the desire, so the desires are kind of like empowering that and push you forward. And your unsatisfactory nature behind this. So when you have this lust for form existence, so the samsara, or the to become in the material world, it's really it's about the rebirth or becoming, or whatever, rebirth or reincarnation or becoming. So this is the key point. In our mind, we already also this desire, this lust is like an iron ball tied to our leg. It makes us very limited to move. And the other one is aruparaga, lust for formless existence, kind of like a heavenly world. People are kind of like hate this material world, and they are kind of like into more higher, invisible, kind of like be with the higher powers. That's why some people, when they want to go to heaven, they kill it. They kill it. They destroy this material. That is a kind of like a coming from hatred, and at the same time, it combined with the lust for formless existence, because they believe, or when they die like that, they receive a lot of things in the heaven. See, that is, it's everywhere. Still some people believe that. To become to this formless existence, they have a desire, and because of that desire, they are willing to do anything. So the eighth one, so we already talked about 7: self-identity or self-centered view, spiritual doubt or skeptical doubt, and the attachment to rituals and vows and rites, sensual lust, sensual desire, both same, and then repulsion or ill will or hatred. And the sixth one, lust for form existence, or the lust for the material world. And the seventh, lust for formless existence. The eighth one, mana, conceit. So this mana, the conceit, it's with the self-centered mind, I am, have the comparison. So I'll give you a simple example for this. Just imagine you in a public place. So you go for a kind of like a party, or you go to meet some friends gathering. So then everybody maybe eating. Now you have potluck and everybody brings something and sharing and you eating. So while you eat, you find hair, one hair in that food. So then what happened to you? You irritate it. You criticize it. It's a very unpleasant thing. How the hair came to this food? Who brought this food? Or kind of like that. See, you criticize other people sometimes. You criticize that hair because it's someone else. But then you look little bit and then you recognize it is your hair. Once you recognize it as your hair, piece of hair, so what happens? That everything change. So you can apply it to anything. So we don't like things. We hate things. We criticize things. If it is others. But once it becomes ours, then maybe that is the most beautiful thing you have. So this is the nature of the conceit. Always with the self-centered mind, you hold it to the self-centered I am, and then compare to everything, criticize everything. The ninth one is restlessness, worry. Another way called the uddhacha. This is the nature that not allow us to settle down. It's a kind of like you are on the bed, but still your mind keep shopping. It's go round and round. Your mind always kind of like a go roller coaster. Restlessness. So it related to the desire. So if you have the kind of like a discipline, have a self-discipline yourself to maintain a day and spend it more profitable way and recognize the major things as major, minor things as minor, then this is not going to become that much in a conventional level. And the 10th one is the ignorance, avijja. So what is here the avijja means? Avijja means we don't understand the very reality of the world. We take this self-centered idea or the thoughts as the reality. We misunderstand. And we believe that I can do this all. We don't understand we all are in a system. We all are in a kind of like a circle. Keep running behind. Keep doing things and following things which is not belong to us, but still believing, holding, this is me. So we misunderstand the reality. We misunderstand impermanent things as permanent. We misunderstand selflessness as self. We misunderstand suffering as satisfaction. So that's why when it comes to this 10 fetters, this misunderstanding, it's kind of like this all 10 things like iron bolt hold you, attached to your leg, don't allow you to move and make you a prisoner to this world. So wherever you go, whatever you do, you're going to come back again and again and again. So then remember, there are 10 things. Self-identity or self-view, the spiritual doubt, or another way, skeptical doubt. And a third one, attachment to rituals and vows or rites. And the fourth one, sensual lust or sensual desire. The fifth one, repulsion or ill will or hatred. And the sixth, lust for form, existence, or the lust for the material world. The seventh one, lust for the immaterial world, or the formless existence, or the heavenly world. The eighth one is called the conceit. Conceit means with the self-centered idea, we develop the comparison and it creates the divisions. And the ninth one, the restlessness or the worry, or not allow you to settle down, and mind go round and round like a merry-go-round, and even you are lie down to sleep, your mind goes still surfing. And the 10th one is the ignorance. So the ignorance means misunderstand the reality. So misunderstanding reality means we take the things in a wrong way. We don't see the things as it is. We take the things the way we want. That is the nature of ignorance. So when it comes to the very fundamental nature of this all, the impermanence we take as permanent. Selflessness we take as self. Suffering we take as the satisfaction. So how you can get out of this, all these 10 fetters, how you release this iron ball attached to your leg, how you can release from it. The key is practice renunciation. What is renunciation? Means give up, letting go, withdraw from the passion. An example, get the example from the Prince Siddhartha. He renunciated that whatever belonged to him, all these worldly conditions, concept that used to believe this is yours, it is not yours. It's a concept. So learn little by little. First, don't try to do the bigger things. Don't try like that. Don't go to give up harder things. Because there are certain things now belong to you, even it's on the papers, write down, you sign for that. If there is agreements, that kind of things, right away you can't give up. You can't say it is not belong to you. So let it be. It is in the conventional world, just let it be as yours. But there are a lot of things in our mind. We carry ourselves day to day life, 24/7. We carry, there are a lot of things believing. So you can let go that trash. You can let go that lot of unnecessary things and purify yourself. So when it comes to that development of purification, and you have to have discipline. So when it comes to that discipline, you have to remember, because of these 10 fetters, what happening? It take us to rebirth and suffering. And the very reason it take us to rebirth and suffering, because of the ignorance. So that it is within us. We are the one who repeat it, develop it. It is not coming from somewhere else. So then take fully responsibility to yourself. That is where you have to start. Don't blame to anybody. Don't push anything to anybody. Nothing wrong with the outside things. Even within yourself also nothing wrong with it. That whatever you thought it as right, then you used to believe it. But now you have a better opportunity. So take that opportunity and develop yourself. It's a moral cultivation, mental cultivation, and wisdom cultivation, wisdom training. So there are three things: Sila Siksha, Samadhi Siksha, or Panya Siksha, or Sikha. You can name as Sikha. Sila Sikha, Samadhi Sikha, and the Panya Sikha. It's not about yesterday, today. So when it comes to that, remember, during Buddha's time, and this story come with the Venerable Sariputta. So there was a person, he was a thief. He used to belong to a very dangerous group of thieves. So what happened, the king caught this all and ready to kill this everybody. And then before he killed these thieves, he asked, is there anybody willing to change? And there was only one person. Thought, rather than dying, why I don't take this opportunity? And he told, let me try. I am willing to change. And the king told, but I'm not going to give you opportunities in here and there. You are a prisoner. But you ask, I will give the life to you. Look, sometimes you think, oh, it's very simple. Oh, it's not a kind of like a big choice. But if you look very carefully, listen this very carefully, and more than any other time in the world, a lot of people suicide. We have all these facilities. Remember yourself while you are watching TikTok, while you are watching Facebook, while you are watching YouTube, while you are laughing, while you are dancing, while you are singing, while you are eating, while you are sleeping. There are a lot of people wish for their death and they are try to take their own life. There are a lot of people suicide every day. And there are a lot of people willing to die, look for death. And then the thing is, the very dangerous thing is this. When we are mesmerized with this, all the fantasies, all the lust, the disappointment can happen very easily. That is the trigger. Take them to that level. So then always remember yourself. Nothing wrong enjoying, nothing wrong. You are dancing, eating, party. Nothing wrong with the social media or science, technology. But always remember yourself to grow. Be a better person every day. Get out of your position and try to raise yourself. Go more higher. Go more higher. This is don't try to settle down yourself in the conventional level. So that is where you can get out of this mental behavior. Otherwise, you're going to be very easily disappointed. So that's why take this as an opportunity. So then what happened? See, that's why that the thief, he decided and he asked from the king, give me a chance. I want to be I want to be a better person. And all the thieves wished for their death and they died. So the king released this guy. And he went to the society, everybody rejected him. And during that time, maybe shave the hair, part of the hair, or maybe putting a tattoo or some marks, and everybody recognize he's a thief or he's rejected from the society. Everybody recognize him as a kind of like a funny person. So then Venerable Sariputta went for a Pindapata, and then he saw and they had a conversation. And there Venerable Sariputta told to this person, don't worry about yesterday. You have a better opportunity right now. Even the society reject you. Developing your mind, no one can stop. It is your personal responsibility. If you are willing to become a more better person, you have that opportunity. So why you don't take it? And this person understood that and became a monk and attained to the Arahanthood and became Arahanta. See, he had the choice to take the path of the death or the life. And he had the intention to change, will to change. This is the beauty. This is why the Dhamma can help you when you are willing to change. But sometimes, if you are not willing to change, this anything not going to work for you. So then always remember yourself. Do you want to experience this again and again and again? This is what these 10 fetters try to do. These 10 fetters never allow you to become free from this sansaric journey. Somehow, somewhere, you're going to reborn. And wherever you born, remember, it related to change. And because of that, and there is nothing in any place in this universe, there is no any place exist independently. It always depending from something. If anything is depending from something, it always going to difficult. And so wherever that nature, if anything change, it's going to be impermanent. So whatever the position, whatever the place you reach, whatever the higher existence you reach, if it is possible to change, what's the point? You have to let go it and go to the next level. So when somebody hit us hard, when it is become painful, we never, say, hit me back. We never say that. We try to escape from it. We try to block it. We try to cover it. We try to stay away from it. So like that, look into yourself. So far, if wherever you are, if you are hearing this so far, just imagine your own life. Go backward and see whatever the life that you experience as who you are is your real life. It is not a fantasy. It is not a story. That is the life you experience. So that life that you experience through the change. So then it is everything change. Remember, there is no any place that you can hold, grasp, or clinging to. Our life change, it is the same for others also. People change around us. Overnight, this everything can change. So then there is no way that you can hold it to this anything. So that's why. But you have the opportunity today to look into yourself, get the 100% fully responsibility regarding this life and go for a change. Change yourself, and that change, always remember, should lead towards the wisdom, panya. And once you have that, what happened? Once you master with this dharma, you going to get result. Remember, this dharma is not just talking. When you practice this way, you get result. So what are the result you gain? You are not going to depend on your body or self. That's one result you gain. It is called, in you, there is no narcissism. You are not going to depend on your body or yourself. Your identity is anymore not going to related to your self-centered view. No narcissism. That is one result you gain. And another one is, you are not going to seek truth outside, somewhere else. No superstition. You don't keep chasing with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, that wherever the perception that we perceive. You know, the truth is not there. And other thing is, regarding impermanence, no doubt. So, and the fourth result you gain, you become free from your own emotions. How beautiful it is. What a gift. The first one, no narcissism. You are not going to depend on your self-centered body or identity. You are not going to look the truth outside. You are not anymore this no superstition. And the third, regarding impermanence, no doubt. The fourth, you become free from emotions. How? Because you are capable to see cause and effect, causality, dependent origination. And once you have that, you become more and more and more grounded with, practice with the faith towards the path, not towards somebody, towards the path. That means towards the wisdom. Your faith start to go, leads direct towards the wisdom. And the self-discipline or the moral discipline. And that both will help you to have the self-discipline, to have kind of like a self-responsibility. And anymore you are not go behind the luck. The beauty is, once you are capable to not look for the luck, you know what happens? You are anymore not depending on karma. Remember that. When you look for luck, you hold it to karma. Now you know the power of your consciousness, your choice, your mind, and you are depending on that. You are not depending on luck. And anymore, you are not look for this gift-worthy outside teaching. And it's what does that mean? Because when it comes to the world, even there are some gurus, they keep the hierarchy and they say they have to initiate you to be free. It's like spiritual slaves. If the master, if the guru, if the teacher not initiate, you are not wise. So they keep the power. But when you practice the Buddha's teaching, when your faith go towards the wisdom, what happens? You anymore not go behind people or gurus or any kind of teachings that hold the power to initiate. So those are the result that you gain out of this practice. Look how beautiful it is. That is itself is the kind of like a liberation you gain from these conventional dogmas. So that's why you don't try? Why you don't practice it? Why you don't get this gift then? Ask yourself, why you want to keep going this way while you have this beautiful practice, beautiful teachings. So get the opportunity. It doesn't matter whatever happened yesterday. You have a better opportunity for yourself today to become a better person. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say so patveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again and settle down with the breathing. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. Just allow your inhalations, exhalation happens as it is. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please, and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light to spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu Sabbha sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu Sabbha sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu Sabbha sampatti siddhya imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi Dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jaravyadi maranam ha paribunjisami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vangotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless.